Hello, and welcome to another exciting tool tutorial from EPIC Robotz. My name is Audra. I am the lead of our business team and the co-captain of EPIC Robotz. And today, we'll be talking about hand tools. These are tools that require no power and require hands to use. Sorry. This video will exclude how to use fasteners, as we have already discussed those in our video titled, How to Use Fasteners. Now let's get on with our first tool. A caliper is a device used to accurately measure the width, depth, and height of an object. There are both dial calipers, which use a dial to give measurement reading, and digital calipers, which display its numbers on the screen. These are nut drivers. They're used to tighten nuts and bolts. If you're having issues tightening bolts, think back to first grade when you learned lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. A paint scraper is a tool with a flat, semi-sharp steel blade that's used to scrape paint or other materials off of surfaces after it has been softened. This is an adjustable square, also known as a double square. It can be adjusted to form either an L or a T. It is used to get the perfect right angle or 45-degree angle when measuring. The adjustable wrench has many names. Just like me. You may hear them referred to as an adjustable spanner or an adjustable crescent. This is a wrench with an adjustable width. It can be used to fasten nuts or bolts. Next up, we have the combination wrench. A combination wrench is a wrench that is open on one end and has a multifaceted loop at the other end. The multifaceted end of the wrench is used for getting a strong grip on a bolt straight on, while the open end is used for gripping bolts at a more difficult angle. It's like a 2-for-1 special. A socket-ratchet combination is a type of wrench with a socket at the end that is typically used to run a fastener quickly. The wrench is comprised of a socket that directly attaches onto the shaft of a ratchet. This is a micrometer. We use this for measuring thin or small objects that require highly accurate measurements, such as machined shafts. The next hand tools are chisels and punches. Chisels are used for cutting or splitting steel objects, and punches are used for removing pins and bushings. This is a crimp tool. Crimp tools are used for stripping wires and attaching crimped connectors to them. The crimp deforms the shank of the connector so that it fits tightly to the wire. This is a meticulous process, but it is very important when it comes to reliable wiring. We need wires so we can connect them for electrical work, you know, so that our robot can run. A drill is a hand tool used to create small holes or screw in a screw. To complete this task, it uses drill bits, which can come in many different types and sizes. The most common types we use are twist bits, which can drill holes in wood or metal, and spade bits, which are designed specifically for drilling larger holes in wood. In addition to these common drill bits, there are hole saw bits, which have a circle around them for drilling even larger holes into metal and wood. These are pliers. There are different types of pliers other than the ones we talked about in our fasteners video, which you should check out. One of these types of pliers that we have here are locking pliers. As the name implies, they lock in place and don't come off unless you use force. Another type we use are pump pliers. They do not lock in place like the lock pliers, but instead move freely to rotate nuts, bolts, screws, etc. Each of these have their own usage and will be used according to the job that needs to be done. Then we have diagonal cutters, which are pliers intended for the cutting of wire. Heavy cutters are used for larger wires, while smaller cutters are used for finer electronic work. A nipper is used for removing small bits of material with its pincers. The rivet tool is one of the tools that we use the most since rivets can be installed quickly and don't come out easily. A rivet tool is used to extrude rivets into metal objects to bind them together. A rivet is placed through a hole in adjoining metals. The rivet shank is pulled together through the tubular rivet, deforming the tube. When the tube deformation reaches the material, the rivet shank snaps or pops, allowing the shank to be removed. At EPIC Robotz, we also use simple tools. Here we have a utility knife. With knives, there are a variety of formats and sizes, although most of them follow a basic form of a handle with a blade that can be removed or reversed. It's used for cutting soft and semi-soft material, not your fingers, so be careful. A hacksaw is a basic tool with a handle and a blade. The only difference between every hacksaw is the amount of teeth per inch on each blade, or TPI. Like the utility knife, it is used for cutting soft and semi-soft materials. And finally, we use the tape measure to measure things, obviously. In the United States, the tape measures will measure to 1/16 of an inch. Besides measuring, a tape measure can be used to inscribe measurements using this rigid metal edge. This hole within the hook may also be used to latch onto tools such as a screw. By latching on, you can then pull the tape out to your desired measurement and, with a bit of caution, draw the circumference of a circle. We also use a few very basic tools that need no explanation, such as files, hammers, and scissors. Because let's face it, if you don't know how to use those tools, you probably shouldn't be getting anywhere near the other ones. That does it for all of the hand tools we use here at EPIC Robotz. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more EPIC content. Next time, we will cover the power tools we use. But until then, I'm Audra, and remember to stay epic.